you wanna run away? Why you gotta be afraid? I wish I could make you stay, 'cause baby I love you.
Hey you guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here today for yet another Power Hour Clean with me. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where you just set a timer for an hour and whatever you can get done in that hour is all that you do and you feel so much better. I'm doing this again because I've been sharing this with you for the last couple videos. My toddler is just going through a stage where she's just not too fun to be around. She's like cranky all the time, and God forgive me for saying that. I love her and you guys know that I love her, but she's just very cranky. She always wants to be held and it's a lot. So right now all I can really handle is setting the timer for an hour and getting whatever I can get done until this phase is over. It's going to be really hard for me to do whole house clean with me's and all the extreme cleans that I would usually want to do. So here we are doing Power Hour Clean with me's, and if you're like me, then this is the video for you. If you only have an hour or you find yourself on crunch time lately, go ahead, set your timer for an hour and clean with me. And hey, put me on the TV screen because this is about to be a whole girl talk moment, okay? Because guys, I am about to rant to you guys. It's gonna be a little different. Usually I just talk you guys through my clean with me's and show you or tell you what I'm doing, but today I'm just feeling really overwhelmed, and I just feel like you guys are my friends, you know, and you know, as a stay-at-home mom, and I know a lot of stay-at-home moms watch me, so let me know if you understand what I'm saying. But our husbands work, right, and we're home all day with the kids, and we don't really get that human interaction to just talk to somebody or just to, you know, to let out our feelings. Or it's lonely. It's really lonely to be a stay-at-home mom, and you know, I can't afford a therapist. So you guys are going to be my therapist for today. we're going to be talking all things mom life, marriage talk, postpartum, all that stuff. I just want to let my feelings out, and maybe you guys will get to know me better. I don't know, but also feel free to leave any encouragement or advice down below in the comments because I really do need it right now. So y'all, I'm really going through it with multiple areas in my life, but something that's really putting the heaviest weight on me is this whole toddler phase that she's going through. She just wants to be held all the time. She's throwing tantrums and it's really hard for me, and let me tell you why. Because I normally do not get alone time at all. So she has not been a good sleeper since she was born. I exclusively breastfeed, and I still exclusively breastfeed till this day, but she has never been a good sleeper. So putting her to sleep and naps mostly involved you know, me feeding her to sleep. And for naps, like right now, I literally have to hold her and she'll take naps in my arms. So the fact that putting her to sleep takes such a long time in the nighttime, and it literally can take an hour to 2 hours. I gotta feed her to sleep, and then as well as during her naps, usually some moms will put their child down for a nap and then they'll have time to do whatever they gotta do, clean, have some alone time, scroll on their phones or do whatever they gotta do. But I don't get that because she doesn't sleep. She sleeps in my arms, so I literally get no downtime. And the fact that now she's going through this phase that not only do I get no downtime, but I'm like having to hold her all the time or dealing with her tantrums throughout the day. It's just so stressful for me. She is also now co-sleeping, which is something that I said I was never gonna do, but her sleeping patterns were so bad, and my husband really needs sleep because the type of work that he does is very physically demanding, and as well as I need sleep because if I'm gonna be attending to her all day and holding her for naps, I need sleep in the night to just do it over again and again and again as days go by. So we just ended up caving in and co-sleeping. It's much safer now that she's older. At least I didn't do it when she was, you know, in her younger months. Let's say I started it when she was around 10 to 12 months, and she sleeps much longer when she's in the bed, but then that's also putting a damper on me and my husband's alone time. We don't get to cuddle, we don't get to do all that good stuff, and it's just like I kind of regret it now, but at the same time I've been thinking of if we move her to her nursery, which is something that I've been putting off for a very long time. It might be better because she won't wake up as much if she's alone, but just the whole process of having to train her and hear her cry, and we're in a new neighborhood. I don't want the neighbors to think that we're like killing her or something, because she literally screams like if we're killing her. But that's another thing that really causes me anxiety, is putting her in her other room, which brings me to the whole postpartum thing that I've been going through as well. I've been going through postpartum anxiety, not depression. Yes, I know, I didn't know about this either. I had no idea there was something called postpartum anxiety, but I noticed it very shortly after I gave birth. Is this very intense feeling of fear. We all get that thing when they're first born, checking if they're breathing and stuff, but this is different. This is like, the best way I can explain it is an intense feeling of needing to protect them, or thinking that something bad is going to happen to them. And I'm just always on edge. I even remember one time when we were driving with her and I had a complete panic attack that something was gonna happen or the cars were gonna hit us. It was the first time on the highway with her, and I made my husband pull over in the middle of the highway, like to the side, until I calmed down. And it was not a safe situation at all, but I was freaking out. And that's not the only episode I had. I had one where we were also house hunting and some guy's vibe wasn't just hitting me right, and he started coming close to us, and I like almost ran away with the baby. And then I told the realtor I needed to go. She probably thinks I'm a weirdo. I apologized to her after, but it's just this intense need to protect her, and that's something that I've been dealing with and I've talked to people about, and I've been trying to see if I can do a therapist, but my insurance doesn't cover any good therapy offices, if you know what I mean. They give me all like the rundown offices, and that's not to say that, you know, I'm like high class or I want like a high class therapist, but I just don't want any of those rundown places where they don't really care about you. They just want to take your insurance's money. And I've been looking into BetterHelp. I've been seeing that a lot, but it's really expensive, and you guys know that I'm not working. My husband is the sole provider right now, and it's just hard. It's just hard to find good help right now, and that's something that I've been struggling with. So now going back to her sleeping in her own room, and you know, us getting that time back to ourselves, and her sleeping better because she's now sleeping by herself and being sleep trained and all that stuff would be so much better for me, my mental health, my marriage. But the fact that I have that fear, part of my anxiety is like, if she's sleeping in her own room, what if like somebody breaks in and then they get to her room and I don't get to her before they get to her? Like, I don't know, I just think crazy, extreme thoughts. And yes, we have security systems and cameras all over the house, the best security system, the best plan with the security system place, but none of that can give me peace of mind. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. Even when we're in the car, I still stay in the back seat with her. I'm super nervous about everything, and I don't know, let me know down below in the comments if you went through that as a mother. But yeah, guys, that's what's been going on. I've just been super stressed out, needing a break. I'm also trying to get her off of breastfeeding, which is another thing. She's past a year and she's still feeding every 2 hours, and I cannot believe it. And I know my supply is going down because I can feel it, but she will not take a bottle. She's very, very stubborn. I've tried so many milks, she will not take it. So if you have any advice like that as well, or about that, about taking or weaning a breastfed baby off the breast, then please let me know down below, because I am struggling. And that's also another reason, because she doesn't take a pacifier. She randomly stopped taking a pacifier, but she doesn't take a pacifier, and I'm basically her pacifier. So when she wakes up in the night, she wants me, and that's just like so much on me. And guys, like, my mental health has been taking a real toll on me, and you know, the anxiety mixed with not being able to get a break. Our anniversary is coming up, guys. Me and my husband have not been out on a date or anything like that for 2 years, and it was our honeymoon. Because when we came back for our honeymoon, we got married in February, went on our honeymoon and this was of 2020, and everything was normal when we left. But when we came back, COVID had hit super bad, and we came back to a completely different world. Like, we came back to mask and on lockdown and all that stuff, so that kept us indoors. And then immediately after, I found out I was pregnant, so then that kept us indoors as well because we wanted to be extra careful. And then she was born, so we couldn't really go anywhere, and we can't leave her with anybody as of yet because she breastfeeds. I tried it one time to go to my sister-in-law's wedding, and I had to leave within an hour because my mom said she was not taking the breast milk that I left her. And our 2-year anniversary, I'm about to cry saying this, but I'm sorry, y'all. I said I was gonna cry, but our 2-year anniversary is coming up, and I really want to go out. I want to get dressed again. I want to feel cute and just have some time with my husband that we have not been able to have for such a long time. And it's not to say that, like, I don't love my daughter. I love spending time with her. I do, but to have every second of my day occupied by her and not get no breaks is just very it's not healthy for me, you know. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that we will be able to wean her off by our anniversary so that we can go out and leave her with either my sister-in-law or mother and something. But I just don't have confidence in it, and I just feel like we need to do something, but I do not know what to do, y'all. So if you have any advice on, or if you've been through this, just please let me know down in the comments, because I am struggling. It's taking a toll on my marriage, because if you know, when you first have a baby, and if you don't have a baby, just know when you have a baby that there's always that rocky phase in a relationship or marriage, because it's not easy. And you know, you're gonna have that whole stage where you feel like he's not doing enough, he feels like you're not doing enough, and none of that is true. It's just you guys are so tired and exhausted, and you guys are both being put through the fire that it's just natural for you guys to bicker a bit. And I'm just ready for that to just stop and to just go back to just enjoying each other. And I'm not saying that my marriage is on the rocks or anything, but you know, we do bicker a lot, specifically on the days where we don't get a lot of sleep, or the baby's being extra just hard to deal with and cranky. But yeah, I just really been going through it. And if you have any advice for anything that I've mentioned throughout this video, please do let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching until now, and thank you for being that outlet for me. I really needed it, and I know this is not my normal tone. I'm usually all happy, but I just needed to let that go. So thank you guys for being there for me, and I'll see you in my next video.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back, I want you, hit you up, I'm on the other side, I miss you, take you off, I came here way too strong.